Okay, so our first quick fire is a very funny one, and it's not within the country. It's actually in Europe, somewhere outside the country.
Right.
Sex workers can now have regular job contracts in Belgium, and
Finally,
as a result,
rich uncles people can rent.
they'll be entitled to health insurance, pension, sick days, and maternity leave.
Wow.
Or maternity leave, excuse me. Interesting because in Europe, especially in Belgium, in Holland,
Where you have the red light district.
yeah, the red light districts, this is something that as long as it's under control and regulated, it's allowed. Now, Gang talked about the world being, coming to an end. Do you think with this, there's more encouragement for sex workers in Belgium and around the world? I want to ask Rich Uncle first. Not that I'm saying you have experience in that, but I'm just asking you what your thoughts are. Morally, what do you think that does? Does it encourage more women and men to go into adult entertainment, so to say?
No, but first of all, prostitution is like the oldest profession in the world. So it's not, whether you legalize it or not, it's always there. It will always be there. It will forever be there. So acknowledging its existence is actually for your own good, right?
Yeah.
And I remember when I was growing up in Sule, this street off Ojo, like Ilara Street. It's a very notorious. Basically, I think that would have been our own red light district. Ilara Street, go there at night, see women of, what do they call them?
I don't know. I'm not.
Stop it. Women of easy virtue. Yes. Women of easy virtue. And when you travel abroad, you now realize, and you experience those things, you're like, we get this thing for Lagos now. It's just that for us, it's shrouded in secrecy, and then we don't want to acknowledge the existence. But I think, as an adult, whatever you want to do with your body, it's up to you. If you want to sell it, if you want to use it to make money, fine. I mean, women make millions on OnlyFans now. If that's the way you want to go.
But now it's more like a bit more coordinated. I want to talk to you. You're also well traveled.
He's very well versed in things like
He's been
that.
to some interesting countries.
And of late, we don't know.
What's going on.
So give us insight.
So, what are your thoughts on what Rich Uncle has said?
Well, when we look at it generally, the truth is, like he said, it's the oldest
Profession
in the world. And you see, the truth is this, right? One of the things I've realized about the developed world is they identify the problem and they provide solutions
to it. Yeah.
We in Nigeria
Deny the existence of that problem.
identify the problem, because what you must understand is that Nigerians are one of the most intelligent people in the world. We know the problem, we identify it, and we continue to talk about the problem. We never prefer solutions to it. Why? Number one, yes, prostitution is this, prostitution is that, but prostitution is everywhere, is in every strata of the economy
So,
in
do
Nigeria.
you think it should be legalized?
Now, that's what I'm going to. When we know that it's already there, why don't we legalize it? Allow these people be. The red light district in Amsterdam is a money-making venture.
Veteran. Oh, mommy. Where does that?
Do you understand what I'm
He
saying?
was specific about the geographical location. The red light district in Amsterdam.
Do you understand? The red light district
My man.
in Belgium.
You know the one in Belgium too?
Ogbeni.
Hey, God, I beg. God, I
Do you
beg.
understand? The point is that these guys actually get taxed from these places.
Okay.
Let me give you an
you
example.
serious?
Another, you don't know.
They do get taxed.
Government collectors for what?
Yeah. It's
Let me-
regulated.
See, it's regulated. That's the thing. And one thing you must understand about regulating things is it doesn't allow it go out of proportion.
Okay.
It safeguards everybody involved. It safeguards the person who involved. It safeguards the person who is coming for the service as well. All right. In this case, they are kidnapping people. There's no regulation. That's why they can kidnap people. That's why they can pick up a girl and dehumanize her. That's why they can pick up a girl and decapitate her. All right, because there is no regulation whatsoever.
Yeah,
all right,
can
why
I jump?
don't you
Can
put
I
it
jump
together?
in?
All right, and then you figure it
That's
out.
your favorite position.
All right.
Jump
I like
in, bro.
jumping.
Jump in.
So I agree.
Do you ever get injured when you jump in?
Never. When you're skilled, you're skilled. I agree with Dex so much. You know, that's why the term commercial sex work came into being, because they've commercialized it. And once the government sees that you're making money from something and they can legalize things and make money in return, that's when the regulation comes in.
That's right.
If you look at marijuana in certain countries as well, while it has been legalized,
I was going there.
it's because the government is able to now make money off it.
So the system.
You get me?
Yeah.
And some people don't know this, and I stand to be corrected. In Nigeria's own constitution, prostitution is not illegal.
Bros, let me give you.
Did you say
Bros, let me give you an example.
It's not.
Or
There's
it's
no way in Nigeria's
Yeah.
constitution that you will find where it tells you
That prostitution is a crime.
So after the black
You might find.
However-
Now here's the funny thing.
however,
However,
it says that-
in some state laws,
Yeah.
they ban it in their places.
Yes.
But in the national constitution,
Yes.
they haven't
we,
come
we,
out.
we really need to
They
explore
have not
that.
come out to condemn prostitution. That's why
Yes.
it still exists,
Yes.
and they don't hold anything to it.
My brother, let me be
So like
honest.
that's
let
why
me be-
Nigeria is always on the
let
back.
me be
When it
honest,
comes to marijuana,
bro.
Nigeria's at the back.
Bro, let me
bench.
let
At
me be
some
honest
point they will
with you. Let me
legalize
be
it.
honest with you, right?
Yeah.
Even if there were to be legal rules, right, laws binding on people that okay, we don't want prostitution. Do you think that prostitution will end? Do you know that prostitution is actually the bedrock of people's survival in this country? Did you
In
know
this
that?
country. Wow.
You don't know. See, let me tell you something.
uncle?
What you must
I'm
also,
like that
what
too,
you
like,
must, what you must also understand is this. You talked about marijuana, bro. If I told you that the amount of money that can be made from marijuana in this country is way more than how much Nigeria will make from oil, would you believe me?
I would believe you.
Everything in marijuana is money. The oil from marijuana is money. The marijuana itself is money. The scent is money. Do you know that marijuana, you can use marijuana for clothing?
I don't know that. I'm sure
You know
you
that.
do.
So, you see, there was a governor that passed on, I think Ondo State governor, the former Ondo State governor that passed on, was about to legalize marijuana in Ondo State. Do
Really?
you know what would have happened if that happened? That would have made
A lot of people will go there for the business.
that would have made Ondo State a hub, a destination hub for people who like marijuana.
Okay,
Do you
so
know
I
that would have
know
done to the
there's
GDP?
medical marijuana
Do you know
in
what?
most
Do you know
countries
what
around
that
the
would have
world.
done? My
For the
brother?
states.
Whereby it's prescribed for
yes,
certain
medical marijuana
ailments.
or no
But
medical.
I just want
is
to ask
marijuana.
this quickly so that we
All
can
right?
go to our next quick fire.
Right.
Do you think prostitution should be regulated and, like, Dex said, legalized? I want a yes or no because I'm going to
Okay,
ask everyone to say that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Which
with
uncle?
or with, whether it's not or not, people are still going to do it.
People are
so
still
control
doing
it.
So
People are still doing
okay,
it.
rich uncle, regulated.
No, but it is what it is. It's there, clear.
Legalized.
Let me ask you a question.
Acknowledge the existence.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm so sorry. Let me ask you a question.
No. It said yes.
yes,
It said yes.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Sharia law, does it allow prostitution?
No.
Good. I rest my case.
I don't know what you.
But
that
no.
was bad.
But
I rest my case.
I'm with you on
I do not. Don't say anything. I
do know. I do
No,
know.
no, but so
there's
to
an
just
Islamic law
no, so to
that
just
allows
to
people
just
to marry temporarily for sex.
No,
Zoom
to
in.
explain,
Zoom in
to
to him.
actually clarify this. I think, first of all, one of our greatest problems in Nigeria is that we're not actually operating a true federation. Once we start operating a true federation, you understand that my ways are different from your ways, your ways are different from my ways.
Yes.
So, marijuana is legalized in America. It's not all of America.
Thank you.
Do you understand? There's some
Thank
states,
you.
there's
There are
some
some
states
states that
where
you
it's
can
legal.
get this.
There's some states where it's illegal.
That's it.
If you feel like prostitution will increase your state's revenue,
Yeah.
Bro,
all well and
let me
good.
give you an example. Let me give you an example. So Obudu Cattle Ranch is where?
in Calabar.
In
Valley.
Cross River,
Cross River,
Calabar,
Cross River,
right?
yeah.
Imagine that with that kind of Obudu Cattle Ranch, they now add marijuana as legal, in the state. Everybody will just take it that Cross River is the chilling state. Let's go and be holidaying there.
Okay.
Before you know it, their GDP goes up.
As a
you understand what
disclaimer,
I'm saying?
we are not
Advocating for it.
We're just
Why are you
we're just
putting
talking
disclaimer
about
it.
Yeah.
It's because we're talking about things that society sees
Things
as
that
an
difficult
evil.
conversations.
Yeah.
Nobody
So
talks
we're
about.
quick to jump on it. We're not advocating for that. We're advocating for the government to make money. They find it hard to even sort out the fuel crisis alone, let alone dabble into marijuana and other things.
Bro,
so when these old men are gone and the younger people take over,
let me tell you
you'll see how
something.
things will
I
change.
used to think because of, and I'm happy you talked about these old people, right?
Oh
This
my
mentality.
gosh, we went
I'm
there.
This mentality of anybody that smokes marijuana
Is a bad person.
Is a nuisance.
What about
Is
anyone
a
that
useless
patronizes
person.
commercial sex workers?
Very useless human being, highly irresponsible. Do you understand? But my
Okay.
point is that Egbon will still go behind and still do what he needs to do. Do you
But
understand what I'm
wait.
saying?
Now that you
but my
said
point
this,
is this.
now that you said this,
sorry,
I want to put
I was
it
about
this
to
way.
say something.
Okay, after you, I'll say what I
was about to say to you that in all of this, all right, marijuana, the thought of it itself, I used to think that anybody that smokes marijuana or uses marijuana is a useless. In fact, that person is a menace to society. Until I left the shores of this country, they made me feel like.
I thought you were going to say until you smoked marijuana.
No, I don't smoke. I don't smoke.
I have consumed marijuana.
Hey,
I don't
Ogegbo.
consume marijuana.
So guess what?
I don't
So
smoke.
let me tell you guys one
My
thing.
point is, when I left the country, they made me feel like,
What's wrong with you?
what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
So
what's
my,
wrong with
my,
you?
gran-
everybody
so my
smokes
grandmother,
marijuana here.
while I was growing up, I spent most of my time with my grandmother, and she made me believe that once you smoke that thing, you
Your
are
life
gone.
is over.
So till this day,
You're a riff-raff.
till this day, that mental block is there.
It's
That,
still there,
This
anybody that I see doing, I'm like, he goes soon die. He
one, yeah.
goes soon mad. He goes soon crazy. But am I happy for that? Yes, because in all honesty, when you think about it, not everything is for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And you need to understand that just the way some people cannot handle their liquor, some people can.
So to wrap this up, I would say that in my younger days, I experienced it, and I found that it wasn't for me, so I quit it.
So what was the worst thing that you did when you were high on marijuana?
I can't remember. So, but I wanted to just
But
let
did you enjoy it?
Yes, I did. To an extent, there was a lot of enjoyment in it. It took me to a place I hadn't been to, and I don't know where that place is anymore. But it's a youthful experience.
Would it be the same
I
thing,
got it out of-
the same place you go to when you jump in?
No.
It's a different
It's a
type of place.
different type of.
But to
feel.
talk about your prostitution, there's a story.
My prostitution, like,
There's
how?
a story.
Wow.
It just
How?
came to me.
Okay,
I actually found out.
Let's hear the man.
There's some parts, if it's not the entire Japan, but there are parts in Japan, people don't see, like if your partner patronizes prostitution, it's not seen as infidelity.
You're not.
Because they feel as if there's no emotional
There's no-
attachment
yeah,
to it. You
just-
just pay for the
just
service.
service
If you're not
and-
getting this at home,
Yeah,
you just
can
come
get
out
it
quickly, pay
elsewhere,
for
yeah.
it, and just
So-
move on.
In fact, some of them have
You know what?
subscription plans.
Which goes back to what I was going to say before Dec finalized what we was talking about. If we're being honest, the reason why the sex commercial workers are still surviving in today's world is very simple. There are people out there that women are not willing to stoop to their level. There are men out there that women are not ready to stoop to their level. And sometimes these men need a certain level of release. And guess what? Their so-called types don't want them. And that's why you see several women that, they turn down several guys, and those are the people those guys go to fulfill their fantasies, their gratifications, and all of
No, but
that.
they're actually serving. They're serving.
And that's how I see it.
No, they're
Because-
fulfilling. There's a need there, and they're serving the need.
Thank you. There's
There's
a
a
need,
need.
and they're serving the need.
Yeah.
All right, talking about needs
is.
and what
Did
we
you know
don't
that? Did you know that there was an association of prostitutes in Nigeria? Did
I
you know
wouldn't
that?
know, bro. I wouldn't know. I don't know them.
And I'll tell
He
you
doesn't
why.
smoke, he
Because-
doesn't prostitute.
No, hold on.
Next.
So hold on.
How would I know?
So let me. So yeah. So
Are you serious?
So yes, they came out one time on
Like they have
on
members?
television. Yes, on television to talk about the fact that they wanted government to respect their rights.
They should,
as,
actually.
You know,
I'm not gonna
this
lie,
and
they
that.
should.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
okay.
I remember this, and because I watch news a lot, and when I saw, I was like, wow, okay, interesting. All right, I didn't know that there was a recognizable association to that
Recognized.
effect.
Probably not
Maybe
registered
not
by law, though.
recognized, yeah.
It probably not
Maybe
be
not recognized,
by
but-
the law.
yeah.
Probably, most probably wouldn't.
Okay.
Nigeria is a very
Yeah.
be careful country.
You have to be careful.
So let me ask you guys: would you prefer for the government to legalize prostitution or LGBTQ?
Prostitution. No.
Me, I no get to. I don't.
Prostitution, okay.
I have a question. No vex.
Yeah.
No vex.
Oh, what's the question, sir?
What's the difference?
Oh, there's a lot of difference. You know what?
Yeah.
We can get to.
So you're telling me now that, wait, pause.
Well, we
You're
need to
telling me
get
that
into
this
our next speaker.
prostitution ring we're talking about is only women?
Okay.
Miles.
He has a point then. He
Miles.
has a point there.
What are you
But
saying?
know what? Let's put a lead on it.
We'll
We'll
to.
probably do some more findings on that, and then we'll talk about it much later.
As a guy, when it comes to every decision you're taking, ask yourself, who am I and how is this going to impact on my person? Bro code.